So now we're going to move on and talk about some neo-Freudians. These people studied under Freud, but kind of broke away and created their own theories. The first one we're going to discuss briefly is Jung. Jung had analytic theory, which focused primarily on the relationship between our conscious and unconscious. One of the terms that you may associate with Jung is this idea of archetypes, which archetypes are universal symbols, character, action, or situation that represents patterns of human nature. I gave you some examples there, the anima, animus, and shadow. For me, I think of archetypes as kind of that throughout folklore or throughout different stories that we hear in different cultures is kind of always the same characters. There's always a hero. There's always a bad guy. That's how I think of archetypes. Then the collective unconscious is inherited and common to all individuals. It's composed of archetypes passed down through the ages. So Jung felt we had a personal unconscious, which was very much similar to what Freud would have just called the unconscious. And we also have a personal unconscious. So to me, I think of, it makes me think kind of generational trauma, which isn't exactly the way that he meant it to be, but that's how it makes sense to me. He viewed the psyche as a self-regulating system, which moves innately toward a life of fuller awareness, which he would refer to as individuation. That was kind of like the ideal result of therapy. And the MBTI or Myers-Briggs type indicator is definitely rooted in his work. It says that essentially we have these polarities, but it's kind of finding the balance, finding our unique self, which is why I have this picture here of this mandala. For each of the theories, I have added a picture that kind of summarizes the theory or kind of is something specific that I associate with the theory. Part of the reason I've done that is because when we have pictures, it helps us remember better, because our brain has to remember not only the picture, but also the name for it. Whereas words, we only remember the word. So word and pictures are what we call dual code processing. So it's actually a way to help us learn better. So for this one, I've included, like I said, this mandala. And to me, it's just, mandalas are usually very unique, individualistic, which would have been his overall goal. And it's kind of about meshing energies to be the best person that we can be. So that's Jungian in a nutshell. We're not going to spend too much time on it. There is some more information in the handout